Hi, I'm working on a game project. So I work for a company that does image transformation online, and there is a kind of a language that is built in, and you can actually read it in the URL or API as it's called. Um, and this is one aspect of the language. So if I look at an image like this, and here I'll show you the URL up close, you can see I have, the domain, my cloud name, some instructions, and then I have just this picture of a woman standing. And you can see the dimensions are, kind of tall and skinny. So we have the width is smaller than the height. And this is hugely important on web pages and in many applications, is to be able to change this height but still be able to view the image correctly. And that is one of the things that my company does. And so I'm working on training to help learn this language. So this has really no transformations, as they're called, in it. But if you look at this picture, I've taken the same image and I've turned it into a square. I've maintained the aspect ratio so that this isn't skewed, but then I've filled it in with a gray background that kind of merges with the dominant color there. And if you look at this URL, you'll see that these instructions are included here, and that's the transformation that gives me this picture. So what I'm trying to teach is how to create these transformations and even how to get kind of an intuition about them. So what I'm doing to do that is a game I'm calling Transformer Game, where you'll have like an original image and then a new image, kind of like I just showed you, and you'll have to provide the information to get that transformation. So the player would enter this, they would see the URL, and they'd see what their URL created. So to make it more interesting, so I could just like rotate them through many of these, but that would be boring and kind of maybe not the best for learning. So and I've also got this in a mobile format, is I'm going to have it work as an adventure game. And adventure games involve moving through kind of a path. So I will have them move from challenge to challenge, the cropping lessons, but they will be experiencing it as moving through like a project management. So the paths, I'll have some kind of, so there's a story that you tell as you go from place to place. So if you look at this, here's kind of one path I've thought of. So you could see that the story that I'm talking about is finishing a project. So all the steps to finishing a project, which many people that would be doing this. By the way, this is a developer audience, and they're used to working on projects, and some of these terms are meaningful to them. So when they get everything, when they get through the path, so they not only pass the challenges, but then they get through the path. And so I'll just show you an example of a path here. So this is a teaching exercise, teaching game that I've used for teaching, where it's an adventure game, and you can see you present choices. So when the person does a successful transformation, they'll get a choice, and then the choice takes you to a new set of choices. Well, for us, it'll be first a new transformation challenge, and then you get the choice. And so eventually, you get the cheese, So anyway, you have something that you're getting to. And so this is just programmed through a path, and this is just kind of a very simple adventure game. So that is my plan, and I've kind of got it thought through, but obviously it'll take some work to get it all set up as an application. That's it. Yes, and just to quickly cover some of the questions. So this project is a game. It's a learning resource that's a game. And one of the things why I think it's important to have adventure games is because they've been shown to produce communities, and there'll be badges awarded at each of whenever you get transformations correct. We'll set up like a leaderboard so you can see who's got lots of badges or who's actually made it to the end of their project adventure. So I think this could be helpful. It's in the developer world, gaming and communities are really important, helping to learn a language, and essentially that is what we're trying to do here.